14-year-old Alex Mwangi knows all too well his destiny lies in his hands. That is why he says he burnt the midnight oil and braved the chilly mornings last year so that he could have maximum time to read and hopefully pass the national exam. And he did, with an impressive score of 402 marks out of the maximum possible 500.
Tulishukuru Mungu juu ilikuwa tu marks ya national level.
Only he received an admission to one of the remotest national schools that was recently upgraded, a school far from his choices.
Alilia kabisa.
I was surprised sababu niliona nilikuwa nimeitwa Lodwa High na nilijua uko ni mbali na pia kuna kuanga na drought. Kwa hivyo singe survive na singeweza kuadapt na climate ya huko. Juu ni hot kabisa.
What a way to reward his hard work, he wonders.
Ile ilitoka kwa mdogo wake aliniambia afadhali ashare na shule isipokuwa kurudi kwenda huko. Nikamwambia sasa afadhali tuende private school, akaniambia wala sio hivyo, atarudia shule. Atarudia class 8 tena ndio arudi kwa public school.
Mwangi's situation brings to life a debate that has been raging over the merits and demerits of the new quota system that the Ministry of Education has implemented in its Form 1 selection process. Out of every 100 children selected to join national schools, only 35 come from private schools. And so with slightly over 10,000 slots available, children from public schools filled 6,800 slots, while those from private schools had 3,500 slots left. To the private sector, the quota system is discriminative and punishes hard-working pupils. But education expert Professor Samuel Kang'ethe says it doesn't if children from marginalized areas and vulnerable groups are to be considered.
I think it's equitable distribution.
Huu ni upaguzi ambao umeshida ule wa even South Africa.
At the moment, the Ministry of Education is creating a class society. It is trying to put in the minds of children that we have a public and a private citizen in this country.
It is not possible for the country or the Ministry of Education to put all the children of Kenya who finish KCPE in Kenya High or Alliance High School. It's not possible.
Sometimes we may want even to give some people more advantage to compensate for the time they have missed something.
The private sector argues it was not opposed to affirmative action, but wants the process guided by dialogue among all stakeholders.
But we have always been ignored. We have called upon the Minister of Education on a number of times to negotiate with the private schools so that we can be able together to see how best we can be able to apply the issue of equity. But that one has not been forthcoming.
At least 1.8 million children currently access education through the 11,000 private primary schools across the country.
Ningependa tutumie mfumo miwili, utumie hiyo ya quota kulingana na vile iko, pengine kutokana na shule, kutokana na mahali mtu ametoka, na pengine kutokana na marks za watu.
For Mwangi, Lodwa High is out of his consideration.
Kwa na hofia sitapata Lodwa kwa sababu facilities za huko ni duni.
Ninaendelea kutafuta shule lakini kwa sasa sijapata.
According to the Education Permanent Secretary, a change in attitude is needed. He argues that more funds were channeled to the upgraded schools to improve their status.
Apart from the attachment of the famous good performing schools, apart from that attachment, there is no other additional value that Alliance or Kenya High has over and above Pangani, for example.
We should be able to create quality schools, whether they are public, private, or even public-private partnership. The quality should be made as equal as possible. That is what makes people equal.
At least 30 provincial schools were elevated to national schools, bringing the total number to 48, up from 18 last year. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Weekend.